This video is brought to you by the Deck of Many and their Big Bad Booklet series. Hello and welcome back to the Gallant Goblin. Today we have the snazziest of the initial Warlock Tiles expansion sets, the LED-powered Summoning Circles. All of these expansion sets have an MSRP of $49.99, but some retailers will be selling it for less than that. They're all pre-painted and ready to use out of the box. Many thanks to WizKids for sending us this preview set to show you. This should be hitting store shelves in July 2020, but let's go ahead and open it up and take a look. This set comes with 5 Summoning Circle skins. They're labeled on the box as being Arcane, Druid, Demonic, Holy, and Whirling. To create your glowing circle, you place the skin on top of the 4x4-inch light-up LED base. The underside of each skin has these little white squares that help diffuse the light coming through so you don't directly see the LEDs underneath. The base is powered by a CR2032 battery, which is included in the set. You can get more batteries at most any store or online. To access the battery compartment, I used a 1.4mm screwdriver. As you can see, there are 16 sets of LEDs inside the base. Each set has a red, green, and white LED. By pressing on or squeezing the center of the base, you can cycle between different light-up scenes. The first click gives you a steady light. The second click gives you a fade in and out that takes about 7 seconds to fully cycle from off to bright and off again. The third click gives you more of a flickering effect where it doesn't turn off completely. So it turns out that capturing cycling LEDs on camera is really tough. We did our best here by lowering the frame rate of our camera to try to reduce that flickering, but the LED effect still looks much smoother in person than it does in this video. And the fourth click just turns it off. You can get those same 3 settings for each color, red, green, and white. You do have to apply fairly firm pressure to get the click to register when you have the Summoning Circle skin on top of the base. And it seems like it doesn't always register every click for me. There seems to be a sweet spot you need to press, but once you get the hang of it, it shouldn't be a problem. So with this system and only one base, you can only have one Summoning Circle out at a time, but I would imagine that's all you really need for most builds. There are no slots to lock these tiles into place with the rest of your build, so you will have to place them in individually if you're moving the map from one table to another. They can be slotted directly into a 4x4 hole in your map, or you can place it on top of your existing floor to give you a bit of elevation. We had some questions on whether these Summoning Circles were compatible with Dwarven Forge terrain, or if it would throw off your grid in some way. I can happily report that they slot in just fine to your Dwarven Forge dungeon terrain, as you can see. The Summoning Circle is just slightly less tall than the Dwarven Forge floors, but I don't think that it interferes with the aesthetic at all, and probably helps to ensure that there's no light bleed from the edges. I did have a bit of a scare while filming these scenes. At one point, one of the iPhones that we used to film actually fell right on the LED base and it stopped working. So after a moment of panic, I unscrewed the battery compartment underneath and I took the battery out and I placed it back in very carefully and I screwed the little compartment back in and I said a little prayer to Lathander and it worked fine. But try not to drop anything heavy on your base unit here, but if you do, just check that battery compartment. It's been just fine since then. It probably just knocked the battery out of alignment a little bit. So it would be interesting to see WizKids expand on the system by providing additional LED bases to expand the number of light-up floor tiles you can have in one build. They could also add more skins to represent other sigils or threats or wards. And some LEDs can even be controlled by a cheap little remote control these days. The GM can maybe toggle it on and off across the table without having to directly interact with the tile itself, which would be a nice addition to this set with future expansions perhaps. The Summoning Circle is a fun little expansion pack for your Warlock Dungeon tile sets. If you have any questions about them, please let me know in the comments section down below. Our next Warlock tile video will go over the Dungeon Dressings expansion pack, which should be great for anyone whether you're planning to invest in the Warlock system or not. So be sure to subscribe if you don't want to miss anything. We want to thank our sponsor for this video, the Deck of Many. Along with their handy reference cards and Humblewood campaign setting, they also have a monthly zine called the Big Bad Booklet series. Each booklet lays out a boss encounter that you can incorporate into your ongoing campaigns. Each book is full of art and contains a full history of the boss creature, role-playing information, tactics, traits, several adventure hooks, and stat blocks with legendary actions and layer actions where applicable. They're all really fun and creative, and I would recommend checking them out. This month, come meet Tendon and Bone, a strange mutated drow and their blind basilisk companion, who stalk their prey in crystal caverns deep below the earth. Will you be the hunter or the hunted? Learn more at bigbadbooklet.com. And a quick reminder that we still have our Pride fundraiser going on to support GLSEN, an organization that helps support LGBTQ+ children in school and protects them from bullying. We created a colorful tribe of kobolds that you can see here, and you can get these printed on t-shirts, on dresses, on masks, on bath mats or mugs like this, or just about anything you can imagine. All the profits from the sale of this design will go to GLSEN during Pride Month. Check out all the items at our merch store at gallantgoblin.redbubble.com. If you're still with me here at this point, thanks for watching all the way to the end. I really appreciate it. Remember to leave me questions, comments, and concerns down below, and I'll respond back as quickly as I can. And if you're so inclined, you can click the little thumbs up button down there, which will help other people find this video when they're looking for information about the Warlock tiles. Thank you again, stay safe out there, and I'll see you next time at the Gallant Goblin.